Cause it's like, bro, you every time every time you say something, bro, Mojo says some smart ass shit. It's just be funny as shit, bro.
It
Someone
be
gotta.
you. What are you talking about?
You know
It
what's,
be you.
bro? First off, bro, why are you talking to me while I'm taking this shit, bro? Like, why are you talking to me, bro? Like,
Yo,
bro, mute your fucking mic, bro.
Hornet's nest that was on the side of my house, right? So the bees instantly are riled up. And mind you, to get to the trash can, you got to go down this steep ass hill. So it wasn't no just
medical advice. It was, Jeffrey, put the spoon in the freezer.
I remember them days.
That's what it was.
Spin the block. Thank you for the doc. I'm about to spin the block.
For the what? For the what?
The nigga on the hood AI, he was like, thank you for the Glock. I'm about to spin the block.
That ain't what you said.
All right, y'all. We have here E on the show. About to get interviewed. About to get some questions going on. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So, when you first meet a guy, how do you decide if he's gonna be a friend, more than a friend, and more importantly, when do you decide? Because
and is a living thing.
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. He live on the sun.
Exactly, bro. Aliens, bro. Who knows, bro? We might have some. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
bro.
Up there.
And that's what they might be talking. You know what I'm saying? Might be hearing some shit like that in the background.
This nigga Luke is the greatest and the worst all that
Real shit, bro.
He is the alien. He's Morpheus.
Oh, I never mean
Going like, yo, I gotta pee.
I don't want to imagine it.
That's fucking...
anything that's not Earth is a planet.
Anything that's not Earth is a planet. You heard it here.
Yeah, we heard it. Mm-hmm.
Case closed. Boop has solved the problem.
Oh, the internet is a savage for that. But anyway.
Here we go. What's up, y'all? What's happening?
We live right now?
We live right now.
Oh shit, I didn't even know.
Yeah. I just hated the what you call just went up. What's good, bro? You can hear me?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Accident. And yours off.
Yeah, I can hear you. Pulling shit up right now. I know we was live. Now I know.
Hey, what you say?
Fuck you got playing behind me, bro?
Huh?
What you got playing behind me?
Oh, I'm about to fix it now. Accidentally sent your shit in outer space for something. That's still from Fight Night.
Oh. You got Monkey in there?
His avatar. I had all of y'all up on the screen when we was doing the fight night.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Yeah, I gotta say I can click you in, click you out. You don't want an avatar, huh? Like that shit?
What? I just never pulled up the app. There's a bunch of shit I need to do. I just haven't done.
Got a haircut, nigga?
Nah,
Oh,
just my shit is curled up.
kept name Slick back.
I just didn't pick it out. That's what the shit looked like after the shower.
What's good with you though? How your day been?
Shit. Everything, nothing, you know.
All the same.
It is what it is. Monkey went on animes too.
Yeah, he was setting his up. I actually just took pictures of both of y'all and just ran it through mine. And recorded me making a bunch of actions.
And recorded what?
So the way I got mine set up, I just switched it out. I took a picture of you, made one of you, and took a picture of him and made one of him. I just recorded myself doing shit like over and over again. That's what you see Monkey doing right now. All right. Got some stuff to talk about tonight. Background. I think that shit got us in trouble last. Yeah. Capture.
What'd you say? Who you
Huh?
talking to?
I was talking to you,
Oh.
trying to get everything kind of messy in fight night.
Hmm?
That it's kind of messy in here from the fight night.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
I hear you. Like telling you going in and out. You said what about fight night?
I said it was kind of messy in here from the fight night.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a good fight night though.
I don't know, man. That boxing shit be boring me now. I be trying not to give it a rap, but like, I don't know. I just feel like they get paid too much money to run away from each other.
But yeah, if
UFC
you
get
make
paid,
$1 million, live or die swinging, you know what I'm
fight that
saying?
fight, yeah. The UFC
Getting
don't
all
get paid a quarter of what they get paid, bruh. These motherfuckers is fighting their life. Oh, I don't know. So, baby, why you go downstairs? Why you leave? Got mad at Monkey for talking. All right. You can see my stream.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Oh, that's why. It's better now?
Yeah, your voice, yeah, you
Yeah.
sound better.
All right, bet.
So.
How to get out of jail.
How to get out of jail? Fuck is you looking at, nigga?
I'm about to show you.
How to get out of jail?
Homeboy. Touch with it.
India. Patent.
I don't think they
Western.
can.
So an able to use the drug. So instead of having to
What's your name, man?
Sheldon Rich.
Sheldon Rich. Sheldon Rich, can you just go ahead and put your phones right on over there? The K9 did alert on the vehicle. You have anything on you?
I got some like some money in my pocket.
Okay.
A pack of rubber bands.
All right, you don't have any knives or anything, any guns or anything?
No.
All right, go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me.
All right.
Face away from me. You're stepping out. Put your hands on the vehicle. I'm going to pat you down for any weapons, okay? Anything, any problem you poke me? What's that in your back, in that pocket right there?
How you just pull them out and start searching for what?
Look.
All right. If you don't mind emptying your pockets. If you don't mind, you empty out your pockets.
Huh?
You got to do that. Don't give them consent to go in your pocket. Tell them you don't consent to the search.
I don't consent to the search.
That's fine. Go ahead and step back with him.
But I ain't got that.
You alright?
What's your name, man?
Sheldon Rich.
Sheldon Rich. Sheldon Rich.
So what? I was just sent to the search. You didn't know that? Like, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? How are you just letting them do this? I'm like, wait, for what? You pulled me over. Why you asking me to step out? What do you want to search me for? What the fuck is going on now? I don't consent to any of this.
But the first thing you say was that the dog got a hit. You said you got a hit by the dog. But the thing is, with the dogs now, the dogs are still trained to smell marijuana, right?
Yeah.
So you might get a hit. Most places are legal to have marijuana. Your dog might get a hit, but that still don't give you right to search me because I am a passenger.
Yep.
I am a passenger. But your man face was priceless. Like, I don't consent to the
If he
search.
got out and the dog smelled him and got a hit on him, that's one thing.
That's one thing, yeah.
But yeah, nah, you can't just be searching people like, get out the car, let me search you. Nah, you ain't searching shit. For what? The dog got a hit. Well, fuck that dog. Take this car in.
Do you think that he had anything on him?
Yeah, he probably had some bud. Nigga look like he was smoking when they pulled up.
Yeah, he was smoking a cigarette. Yeah, he was smoking a cigarette, but he was for somebody. If I had drugs on me that I knew was illegal, I wouldn't be so. Yeah, go ahead, you can search me. I wouldn't be so all right like that. I feel like people who be breaking the law, they be the first ones to know the law, and that be the first nigga say, "Nah, you can't search me."
He had some weed on him, but that was it. That's all he had.
But it must be legal. Wherever they was at, because they would all went to jail. He was hitting the blunt. If that was weed, he was smoking the weed before he got out the car.
Yeah, he didn't care. He didn't care at all. Nah, that whole shit is just. And I'm not mad. I get it. It's almost like, you know, you get away with what you can get away with, right? Like, you do as much as people will let you do. So I'm not necessarily mad at the cop for that, because their job is to try to get people locked up. They get paid off of tickets and shit like that. The legal system is ran like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they pay. Every time you go to court, you got to pay a court cost. We all know that, though, the whole court.
Mm-hmm. And they get a quota to fill. They get a bonus for locking people.
Yeah. And the prison system is still largely privatized in America. So, I mean, they're changing it, but Shit's
just-
fucked up. So we know how this shit runs.
Are they changing it, or are they just making loopholes? Are they make the people that own the prisons now? Are they gonna give them some kind of government?
Nah, they're not. They're not. I know because I know they did that with one system where they took it. They basically took it back. The motherfuckers who own it, the government said you don't own it anymore. Like they paid them out, and it wasn't what it was. But they basically you made enough money, and the government just took the shit back.
It sounds like you made enough money. Now it's our turn to get some. That's what I hear.
Well, yeah, basically what they said is we're not privatizing it anymore. Like it's gonna be run off of the state funds, or the whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Think about how much tax money that would have been that's been gone over the past 50 years, 50, 60 years when they started privatizing prisons.
Mm-hmm.
For all that money that would have been any money that come from a prison outside of the people that you pay, that would be just money for the government right there.
Yep.
With prisons alone, we probably could have get ourselves out of debt.
But they sold it off to them. Because prisons cost a lot to maintain, believe it or not. The lights are always on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Facts.
So they do. I know they cost a lot of money to run and operate, but they can be a lot of money. Like
human labor is way more than their operation costs.
Bro, when I was locked up, when I went down for a year, I was in Yardsville, made it out to the camps, and we were doing construction work actually in the town, like in Yardsville and in the surrounding area. We got a dude named Mr. G. We would all get in the van. It was 6, 8 of us. I forget how many of us it was. I want to say it was like 6. But we all got in this van, and he took us into town, and we did different construction jobs. And if you were out there long enough, if you stayed at that job for at least it was 6 months, you got a certificate, like a construction certificate, that showed you were certified to do so. Like, it would sign off on the work you did. It would say he's done certified masonry work. He's done certified like this. So you could take it to a manual labor job out on the street, but actually show I got some skill, like I know what the fuck I'm doing, and almost even fast track yourself.
Yeah, they build a resume for you.
Yeah, to where you could actually sell yourself even higher. And that's what he was saying. He was telling dudes like, yeah, if people come back to me, because I talked to him, I wasn't like the average criminal in there. Even though I was young, I was younger than most. I was only 19 when I went away, but I got in trouble in high school, and I was on that college route. So when I got locked, it was basically like, look, I got to do this real quick. I got to go sit down for a sec. And I explained all this before. I'm not going to get into it again, but had my reasons. But I went in there with the mentality like I got to get the most out of this that I could fucking get. Shit, they stopped letting motherfuckers get degrees, so I can't go and study because I would be doing that shit. I'm not going to just waste this time.
Right.
Like when I know I'm not going to be in here forever.
That time is a lot. That you can really get some shit done in that time, boy. I tell you.
Yeah.
So
I'm like,
if
prisoners else to do.
Yeah, prisoners didn't waste that time trying to be prisoners and actually trying to do something for themselves. Oh my God, you'd have niggas coming out with everything.
If they were smart, that's what it is. The problem is taxpayers are like, why do they get all these services for free? Well, obviously they need them. If you just, and to go off on this tangent real quick, if you look at prisons and you look at the prison system, right, and you look at the way it's set up, not even the way it's set up, but you look at the people in the prison, you look at the majority of the prisoners, even the ones, when you go out to a halfway house, you go out to somewhere like that, they program you all towards drugs. They always program people towards drugs. You're all towards drugs, all towards drugs. And it really is only a small handful of people that are in there for drug use. Now, there are some people in there that are in there for like robbery and shit like that, but it was because of drug use. They were fiends and they were trying to get high and get their fix and shit like that, right? But the majority of people in prison, from my experience, aren't in there because drug use drove them to do something to get money. No, they were poor. Poverty drove them to do something to get money, whether it was robbery, burglary, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was a lot of it drug dealing.
Whatever it was, it was because you was hungry, whatever the fuck it was.
Your touching ribs will make you do a lot of shit you probably thought you never could or wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Or the fear of having to be hungry. That's what it was for me.
You got responsibilities, you got people you got to feed too. You like, oh no, I can't go back empty-handed. I'm gonna need that. Come up off it, please. Unless you willing to go as far as I'm willing to go for your shit, you better hand it over. And that's the reason. That's how a nigga can. I know nigga can rob me because if I look at his eyes, I'm like, yeah, he's willing to go a lot further than I am for this shit. You can have it. It's yours.
The fact that you're standing in front of me right now, I know you're willing to go a lot further than I am. And I don't got everything I own on me right now, so you can have this. I ain't gonna even fight. I understand
Yeah.
somebody fighting if you got everything that you own on you, but I don't got everything I own on me, so you can have this little bit in my pocket, right?
Yep, I'll get it back.
That's why I don't even walk around with a whole bunch of money or cards or
I
none
don't
of that
carry
shit.
cash at all. I carry straight plastic. You could take the card before you get a chance to use it. It'll be canceled.
Real.
It'll be canceled. You better run right to the ATM. You don't know the pin. You better go straight into a motherfucking store and just start swiping right away. Because within 5 minutes, that shit. As soon as we leave, that shit's canceled.
Is that why white people are safe when they come like into the hood and shit like that?
What do you mean, why?
Because criminals know they can't. Because I live in the hood and I know that
Mhm.
the next street over, you know, white people moving in, street down the street, white people move. But they walk around safer than I am. Like I don't feel safe walking around, but I know that they feel safe walking in cats around the neighborhood. Nobody not gonna do nothing to them.
You know why? And I one of the reasons why I think is partly because of the stigma around snitching and shit. But wait, there was something I was saying before about prisons, and I just fucking lost it.
But you was talking about making use of the time in prison.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to say this in terms of how they fucking use prisoners, because I don't want to get off it, because this is fucking crazy the way shit goes down though. But like, motherfuckers do job. I remember doing a construction job out on the street at this Yardville, like a rec center. We literally did a job. I think the total job would have cost like anywhere from 20 to 40 grand. I know that's a wide range, but we did a lot of work. We did masonry work. And when I say masonry, I mean like full on masonry. There wasn't a crew supervising, telling us what to do, showing. It was G. This nigga was like a contractor, and he got the job through the state. And he basically told us we were his crew, and he told us what to do. And some people had been on the crew a little longer, so they knew a little bit more. But it was all basically like on the job kind of training shit. And what I found out is he would charge, say the job was like, the prison reports the job as 20 grand. Well, really, he was charging like 35. He would tell people, it'd be like, and it might be like a $40,000 job. So he would be like, yo, I'll charge 30 grand. I'm like, okay, we'll take it for 30. Then he would tell the prison that they charge 20 and pocket 10.
Pocket 10.
And I found this out from somebody who had been there, knew him for a minute, like, yo, he do shit like, but he was good though. Like, fuck it, he can do that. We inmate.
That's not even just that though. That's the job that when you do construction, you do like labor and jobs like that. You make your money like that.
But no, he was getting paid. His shit, he was getting paid from the state regardless.
I know.
He wasn't supposed to be doing that because the state was paying it. So he was basically pocketing money that was supposed to go to the state. You feel me? Like he was overcharging them, and that's not how. Like he wasn't the like he had a set fee, and he made money. He made money. He made like fucking high 5 or 6 figures for what the fuck he did, and it was easy work. Easy fucking work. We wasn't out there like a 9 to 5. Putting in a solid, hard 8 hours a day and shit like, nah, nigga. We was still inmates. If we got a 6-hour day, we was lucky. Some days, like, he would keep us out late. He would call in and say, hey, I'm going to work until 8 or whatever. And they would let him. But we wouldn't be working. We'd be fucking off. That's how I know he was working these side deals. I think he might have been fucking one of the ladies who was running the joint because he'd be off in the office and shit, fucking off with them or be out. Sometimes I think the nigga would dip. But we didn't care. He leave us. We was inmates, but we was in the public. They had cable TV, so we was watching like all the. This is 03, so we still watching music videos and shit. Like I remember the change clothes video, and then going back to the cell and going back to the block and tell like, oh yo, you see that shit? Oh yo, you. Because they used, but only on the weekends did you stay up late. And that's when you saw the music videos late night. I forget what the shit that came on when you might see the new videos.
Right.
So we was seeing all that shit. Oh, like, yo, you might see that shit. Yeah. Like, oh, you ain't watch that new. Oh yeah, we seen all that shit. Oh word. Then they had like video games, Pac-Man, baseball game. Like so, we be in there fucking off. Like we would do work. People like, yo, just cool out. I gotta do something. Don't fucking make me look better. Don't fuck this up. Like, hey, we ain't fucking shit up. Nigga, first it was like pizza every Friday, then it was pizza like throughout the week. Hey, y'all doing a good job, y'all putting a good work to work. We was really doing solid work too though. Like when I say masonry work, like taught us, all right, this is how you start. You gotta put the layout down. This is where is it gonna go. how wide is it going to be? You have to do everything with the spacers and all that. So you have to. It's not just one big open area. You're laying concrete. You got to put, how wide are your concrete blocks on the beam, and then you have to have the wood. Make sure you have the wood there, so you space it. And then when you pour it, leave it for a second, but then you got to put the rubber spacers in. It depends, like the whole shit. Taught us how to grate the shit, how you slope it, so that the rain runs off, so that it doesn't just build up in the middle and pool up, because concrete's real slippery unless it's graded and shit, which you don't even realize, but you're like, nah, it is, yeah. Holy shit. But yeah, like the whole shit. So we did that, put the fucking steel beams in, put the metal roof on, and made like a not even a little, like a nice ass big gazebo out back of the spot. Fixed the basketball court and shit. Inside, we retiled the floor, like literally pulled up the floors, retiled the floor, like, and tiled them. Like how they be doing flip or flop shit, like not with the little vinyl shit and you leave it there. Nah, nigga, with the spackle and the tile glue and the whole back and forth, put the tile down, press them, had to space them out, put the grout in between, go over the shit with the wax, then press it, and like the whole shit. Like we did a for real job. We was doing actual construction work that on the street, this kind of shit, especially the masonry work. At that point in time, you're paying me. I probably could demand like upwards of $20 an hour, but no less than like 15 to 17. We weren't even making 10 to 12. We was making $1.25 a day for this shit.
I guess a pizza wasn't that much to him. He was getting labor. He ain't worried about no pizza, nigga.
He wasn't, but yeah, $1.25 a day for the work we was putting in, and it was a lot of work. Like I said, we did a whole lot. We fixed stairs, built a new railing, put the whole new ceiling, finished the basement, legit finished the fucking basement, enclosed it, insulated it, hooked everything up, we had to cut around the vents. And G was it was good. He taught you how to do all of that shit. So if you had no experience, you came in, this is how you measure for this is how you put a railing, and this is how you plan it out. Like I said, the masonry work taught us all, hey, this is how you do it. I remember when the concrete truck pulled up and started laying, he was like, he gave us boosts, so yo, we can stop it, yeah, go ahead, fuck it. Go get fucked up. So we was just running around like little kids on some Peppa Pig shit. We just had our freedom. I'll say in my defense, I was, again, still only 19, but yeah, ran and stomped through the fucking concrete and shit, kicked that shit up and then laid it out. And then seeing the finished product in the end was like, oh shit, this is dope. And I was a fan, like, yo, man, dude ain't bad. He a good dude. Like, he don't fuck with us. He don't give nobody a hard time. He let us chill. You know what I'm saying? And do all kinds of different shit. He'll go into town and buy, buy motherfucking drinks and shit. He'll get cigarettes, but he's like, you can't bring the cigarettes back. So we'll leave them in the van, and when niggas get in the van, they have actual fucking Newports and shit for cheap. Like, he was good, but again, he was given us small freedoms because, like you said, he was getting paid. It was worth it to him to do it. And this not old, because dude was only 21. But he's a tall dude, nigga named Doc from Jersey City. He had been fucking with G for a minute. He knew him. And he had fucked with him for a minute before and then stopped and had another job and then came back and was fucking with him. He's like, I've been knowing him. Like, I've done a couple of different things, but I've worked with him for a minute before. I know how this shit works. He was the one who put me on game, like, watch. And he was like, yeah, every time you see that nigga fuck off, because me and Doc stayed on the same block. He was like, every time you see the nigga fuck off, and he be out, like, we be working and shit, or he be like, every time he come, like, yo, I gotta do this, just chill. He be going to make deals and be out in the streets and shit. He's like, and that's when he told, like, he be lying to the fucking prison. I've heard him make the deals. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, nah. He's like, that's why he trusts us. That's why he tell me, hey, I'm going out, leave me in charge.
He got a lot on the line too, though, because he'd have been on the side with y'all if they found out. He'd have been right on the same.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe not so much arrest, like locked up, but he'd have lost his job and it would have been a wrap for him. He wouldn't have ever worked with the state again. Because what he was doing, as illegal as it was more like a financial crime. And a good lawyer, he might have just had to pay a fine or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't doing anything criminal. It was white collar criminal. It wasn't blue collar shit. Like, India alone and shit like that. That's more to get him in trouble at the job, like fired. That's not going to get him locked up. But I wouldn't think. I forget. But yeah,
I mean, he was stealing money though.
Yeah, he was. That's what I'm saying. It was like the financial shit. Yeah, that white collar shit. He was definitely doing.
Yeah, after 10 jobs, that's $100,000.
He was getting paid.
Yeah.
I know he was getting paid, and niggas, but like I said, most was gonna snitch because at the end of the day, you an inmate, so you could have a dickhead there who's by the book, and you're like, why would I snitch? Why would I get mad at him? He could get money. I'm gonna get mad at him. Nah, he let me live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pizza, not yeah. We chilling in the streets. Like this nigga will pull up to the pizza store and shit. Like when we didn't get out because we the back of our shirt still said prisoner and shit like that, so it was like obvious. And it was the bright yellow and the bright orange. It was like, yeah, so we ain't. He's like, stay in the van. You know you can't get out. You get out the van, somebody's gonna know the shit. We all get in trouble. So we all would tuck in the van and keep our jackets and shit on because we had them They were Depcore, but they felt like them Carhartt jackets. But they was them Depcore, Department of Correction, shit. State property.
Like motherfucker, they all sent the APB out trying to figure out why all y'all niggas is out front that motherfucker.
Yep. But nah, I mean, it was good shit. Like I said, I could see the benefit of staying. If I was in there with him long enough, I would have stayed for 6 months, but I didn't finish my 6 months with him. I did a few months, and then I got switched out to the reception facility for a couple months, and then I went to the halfway house for like my final 4 months.
Got it. Game is tight, boy. It keep you locked in. They don't want you. I guess niggas they start coming out with skills and shit throughout maybe through that 2000 to 2010 era. I know niggas that was coming out of jail with skills, fees and shit like that.
Well, nah, they stopped the degrees at that point. That's when I was locked up. They stopped doing the degrees at that point in time.
Not even online. Like you couldn't go to like an online class.
In the halfway house, you could. Like I knew a dude who was taking. When you got to a halfway house, you could definitely get a degree. So there was, depending on how long you was in it. To get to a halfway house, you had to be at least 18 months shy of parole, right? Didn't mean you was gonna get parole, but you had to be at least 18 months shy of parole. Because you could see parole from the halfway house. In fact, most people would want to. It was better to see him from parole because you would be out on the streets. It just looks better. You're closer to the street. So even if you get hit in parole, it's not like, all right, come see me in a year. Or it's not like, come see me in 10 years. Or come see me in 5 years. Or even 2 years. It'll be like, come see me next year. Come see me in 6 months. And we'll decide again. Because you're already in the halfway house. You got one step out already. You kind of back into society. You can work. You get a chance to move around a little bit freely. You're in the halfway house long enough, you get furlough time. Like you get like a 12-hour furlough where you don't have to. It's not you going to work, but you can go report and be around.
You just gotta be back by curfew.
Yeah, you gotta be back within that 12-hour period, whenever that furlough is. Sometimes you would get like a 24-hour furlough, a weekend furlough. Like dudes like, I'm married, I got kids. Yeah, I've been here for long. I did real good. The director gave me my weekend furlough. You had to apply for it. It wasn't just given. But if you was there long enough, you showed initiative and you actually worked. Yeah, take your furlough, go home, because that was the whole point of the halfway house, to get you
acclimated
to being integrated in society. So I mean, and it worked for some people. Some motherfuckers were still criminals, but it did work for a lot of people, especially people who have been down for a minute, because it still gave them structure. There were still rules to follow, but they were out in the street, so it gave them a chance to be in the street, maybe even see some of their people, would be somewhere kind of structured so they can take themselves away from that temptation. And I feel like when they got back out into the street, they might have a little bit more willpower to be like, nah, I've stayed away from it. I've seen these motherfuckers. It's nothing new now, because I've been going to work and walking past them and shit like that, and doing job searches and seeing these motherfuckers. So it ain't nothing to hang out with them now and all that shit. But I've also seen people fuck up. But yeah, that's the only place. The halfway house, I've seen people. It's the best place, I think, to go see people.
Yeah, when my baby mother got out, my baby mother was in jail for like 2.5 years after my daughter was born. And when she got out, she was in a halfway house for like 3 months, and she got caught with a cell phone, locked her ass back up.
Yeah, that cell phone shit crazy. I told y'all about the cell phone shit, right? Oh, it smells fun. I ain't tell you my cell phone story. About using a cell phone. My man let me use a cell phone, my bunkie. But the conditions. I'm pretty sure I told this story.
Yeah, you might have.
with the gay counselor in there. He was trying to talk to me. I was like, nah, I'm
Oh
good.
yeah. You told that story.
My bunkie was like, I was using the phone for a minute. It was good because I was doing job searching. I was meeting chicks in the street and shit. So I could get their number and call them and tell them like, yo, I had to keep it clean. So I would tell them like, look, I ain't gonna be able to see you a whole lot like that. Like, to be honest with you, I'm in the halfway house right now. But up there, it's not uncommon. Where I was in Newark, New Jersey, in Kentucky. So it was like I could tell people that, like, yeah, hey, cool, and get their number, still call them and shit. But when he found out, he's like, yo, it's benefits. I'm like, nah, nigga, fuck them benefits. Like, I don't want to on them benefits. And the nigga's like, yo, come on, I'll let you use the phone whenever you want to call whoever, your mom, your family, your shorties, all that. Like, you could call who. I was like, you know, I'm thinking to myself, like, when you be on that shit a lot, like, don't even matter. If you need to use it, you just like, hey, Bunk, I need to use it. And I hurry up off my shit. Like, for real. But you got to holler. You just got to talk to him. Nah, I ain't talking to this nigga. You out your mind. He like, come on, man. If you don't talk to him, I can't let you use the phone no more. Like, oh, this nigga. That's not fair, bro. Anybody trying to do this shit? Just one conversation. You ain't got to say nothing. I talked to him already. I told him you ain't even on that shit. Nigga, what?
Your man is motherfucking pimping you off.
So, yes, I sound like pimp me out here, nigga.
Yeah.
The fuck is you? Like, I said, what the fuck is you? I got to tell you, I hopped off the bunk. And I said, when he said that shit, I said, what? So you trying to pimp me out? And he peeped it. I was young. I guess he might have thought I was in wild, good shape. I thought he might have thought for a second, like, oh, this young high about to. And I was like, yo, you about to pimp me? You trying to pimp me out, nigga, to the mom? Oh, nah. And he was like, nah, look, it ain't even like that. It ain't even like that. He approached me because he know that, obviously, he know you my bunkie. He asked me if I talked to you and shit. And I was like, yeah, that's when he said, you know, what he was interested in. I don't give a fuck, Kev. I'm good. Yo, if you don't want to get them better, that's what it's about. I will say this nigga tried to work whoever we could work, because there was another gay counselor in there, and I found out that this nigga was in there like half pitch and woo to this nigga. Like not necessarily hitting on him, but like light flirting with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I ain't knocking your hustle, my nigga. Do what you feel you need to do to survive. Fuck it. You know, you ain't fucking niggas, whatever. Like there was this woman counselor in there. I never Miss Cobb. She was Egyptian or something. She was thick as hell, like thick as hell. But I remember saying like I would bend her thick ass the fuck over. She was just big titties, fat ass, little BBW. But I take that all day. But yeah, I remember he said that. I'm like, you motherfucker. I remember I had the conversation, and the niggas tried to start talking. I'm like, nah, don't do that shit. Don't.
That's funny as hell.
Not even on that shit. I am not gay at all.
That's funny as hell, bro. I'd have been mad.
I told him, I said, the only reason why I'm even having this conversation with you is because the nigga told me I had to keep my phone privileges. And he was like, oh, well, you better talk if you want to keep that. I said, nigga, it ain't your phone. Stop shut the fuck up. I ain't nothing to talk about, man. So where you from? You know where the fuck I'm from, bruh. Like, y'all got all my info, nigga. Like, what do you mean? You get a file on me when I get here. It ain't hard. The counselor, you can see the shit too. They got them shits up at the fucking front deck. Like, my shit is common knowledge. I'm state fucking property. How you doing in here? I'm fine. Is it hard? Nah. Anybody giving you no problem? No, nobody giving me no fucking problem.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, like this nigga, I forget how. And the nigga got mad. I never forget. The nigga got mad because I wasn't giving like, yo, I don't know how to talk to you. I feel wild uncomfortable doing this. At one point I actually said that. He's like, you ain't know, you just not gonna talk. I said, nah, man. I said, yeah, I feel wild uncomfortable like even having this conversation with you. Cause this ain't even on no friendship. It ain't like we homeboys. Right, nigga, and I called you and you called me to say what's up. Like, no, nigga, you wanna fuck with me like I'm a bitch and I'm not. And I don't fuck with niggas, so like I don't know what to fucking tell you. Well, at least you can tell you how much we talk, man. Yeah, whatever. I got off the phone. I'm going. Bye. Click, give me the phone. I said, Kev, don't make me do that shit no more.
I wouldn't even have had that phone call, bro. Because the answer would have been nah.
I got back on the phone. I was able to use it though, because I called my mom. Like I said, I kept calling bitches I met, and it worked out. Because I remember I almost got caught with the phone one night, and the Momo saved me. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Because, and I wasn't talking to him or nothing like that, but I was actually talking to a chick, and I had the phone like in my ear. But what I did is I had it hooked up, like plugged into the earpiece, right? So I had the earpiece in my ear, and I'm talking loud. In my conversation, like I'm going hard at this shorty, right? And another counselor walks in. I forget the nigga name, old bald head nigga with glasses, old head nigga. But he walked in and I didn't even notice. And he walked down the aisle and I'm still talking and turned around and walked back. And as he walked back, like I roll over to look and we look dead in each other, dead in the face. And I'm talking to this chick. And I'm like, he could have heard he had to hear the whole conversation. But I think he thought that the earpiece was going to a radio. So he didn't say shit, right? And I'm like, I just kind of look at him and I start talking for a minute. And he do the count, look at me, and then kind of walk off. And he stopped for a second. And I'm like, oh shit, the nigga about to say something. What I didn't know was the Momo was in the door, like in the doorway as he was doing the count. I guess his number 2, right? Sometimes they'll come by themselves to do the count. Sometimes they'll come 2 people. You know what I'm saying? I guess we're still inmates to watch their back. But I'm like, we have free roam around the inside of these buildings. Y'all niggas shouldn't be afraid of shit. If we was gonna do something, we'd have did it to you already. But as soon as he paused or some shit like that, I forgot what the fuck he said. But he said something to call him and kind of get him out the room. Why this nigga had the nerve to call and then asked to speak to me? The fucked up part is this fat nigga, my bonky, is on the phone talking to one of his bitches. He gets the call, actually hangs up on the bitch, tells her he'll call her back to give me the phone to talk to. I'm like, nigga, just tell me you on the fucking phone. Like, nobody trying to talk to this nigga. The nigga, I get on the phone. He like, yeah, you owe me. I owe you shit. I saved you. What the fuck you mean? I heard you talking to that bitch. What for that nigga? You sound like a bitch now. What the fuck is you talking about? When he was in the room,
that nigga said, you owe me something.
He said, what was it? He's about to stop and ask who you was talking to, what was in your ear. And I saved you. I said, nigga, ain't nobody asked you. I wish you wouldn't have, because he could have took this shit and then I wouldn't be able to talk to your fucking punk ass no more. I remember that's all I said. He was like, fuck you. I said, nah, nigga, fuck you. And I gave Kev, I said, Kev, that's it, man. Fuck it. If I can't use the phone no more, I can't use the phone no more. Nigga, that's fucked up. He was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that to you, Bunky. You ain't gotta call no more. All right, man. I'm done. He said, all right. I said, real, this is fucked up. You out here pimping me out and shit. Privileges and shit.
That's
this
hilarious,
nigga, the nigga was a fucking goer. The nigga really fucking wanted me. Momo. I'm like, and that's when I found out, like, this nigga, son, I'm in the shower one day, like a late night workout, because I was in the part where people work. People worked at different kind of hours, so there was no, like, real lights out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just couldn't you couldn't go into, like, the lounge area and start watching TV in the lounge area. Certain people could, but it was only people who just got off of work. Like, if you didn't just get off of work, because they would come by and check from time to time. But, hey, nah, man, you got to be in the bed in the rest area. You ain't supposed to be here. But, like, I used to use the gym. So I did a little late night workout, probably finished around, like, 10:30. Get in the shower, it's 11. They're about to do, like, the midnight count. And after midnight is when you can't be out at all anymore. Like, before midnight, up until that point, they still kind of give you free reign. You could kind of be in the lounge and shit like that. So, finish the workout. I'm in the shower, getting ready to get out, get dressed, and go. Not even get dressed, but just go, put on like some PJs and shit and get into bed. I turned the shower off, and I grabbed the towel to start drying off. And as I do it, I swear to God, I thought I heard a nigga like open the door as I was finishing the shower, right? So I grabbed the towel, I'm drying off. Ain't nobody there though, like in the shower and shit. So I start to dry off, and I turn back around. I'm not facing the shower anymore, but at this point, I'm wrapping the towel around me. Wrap the towel around me, turn around. As I turn around, this nigga pops from around the corner, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Hold on, somebody was there.
I said, what are you doing?
Somebody was there.
But nah, when I turned around though, because it takes a minute to go from like it wasn't the door ain't just like you get right to the way the bathroom was is you walked in the bathroom and it was like a bathroom. They had the stalls and the urinals and shit when you first walk in. So you walk in, to the left was a wall of sinks, then they had like a wall of urinals up against the wall in the middle, and then on here on the other side they had urinals on one side and then stalls. And then up against the wall here, they had sinks a little bit, and then it stopped, and it was stalls. But it was like a solid 20 feet maybe from when the door opened to where the wall stopped, and it was the opening to go into the shower area. The shower area looked like a high school shower, like a big-ass shower area. Prison shower. Showers going around the wall, right? But you had to walk past the wall of fucking sinks to get into that shower area. Like a dorm almost, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can picture what I'm saying. So to get from where the door is to where the shower area, it does take a minute. It's not even like a 2-second thing, unless you're fucking like jogging, which the Momo might have fucking been. I don't fucking know. But if you walk, it's gonna take a little bit. It might take a solid like 7 to 10 seconds type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to cover a little bit of ground, 20 feet, however long it takes to do that. So I remember like I heard like as I was in the shower, and that's part of the reason why I got out. Stop, because I was just finishing up and I'm done, and I thought I heard like the door open, and then I turned the water off and I thought I heard the door close. I'm like, oh, so somebody must be getting in here. Turned around, didn't see nobody. Like I grabbed the towel, turned around, nobody's there. So that's I finish drying off and wrap the towel around me. And as I turn around, and that's when I know, and it was almost like I could sense his fucking footsteps, like the nigga tried to hurry. So as I turned around, and that's when he turned around the corner. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Because none of the counselors pop in the shower like that. If you're in the shower and it's count time and all that, they yell, yo, count time, get out, it's count time, and they'll wait by the door or some shit usually, even the male counselors. So when he came return, I was like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? And he's like, it's count time. I said, yeah, and counting like fucking 10 minutes. I know what time it is. So what the fuck was you trying to catch, a sneak peek, nigga? This nigga looked me dead in my face and said, yeah. I said, oh. I looked him dead in his face and said, you are lucky you are a counselor, we ain't in here. Because if this was the streets, I promise you I'll fuck you up. This fucking mold. I might like so you know I got.
You can't even talk to this nigga. You can't even have no conversation.
Yeah.
You can't talk to him.
I remember this shit. I'm like, I can't even say nothing to this nigga's just, he gonna hit you with that gay shit right back and just ruin everything. You like, yeah, I can't even fucking shit talk you, bro. I'm gonna just leave.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah. You got that. God damn. Fuck you.
Speaking of zesty, you seen BG? You know who BG is, right?
What happened?
Seen BG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said zesty.
Boy came out wild zesty. Look at this nigga BG, boy.
Wow.
Boy came out wild zesty. Look at this nigga BG, boy.
Why you looking around like that?
Weird as shit. He responded to that shit.
Birdman.
Hey man, it's Wild 360 News, and right now we got BG. Now since he came home, everyone was excited. He's an all-time favorite, legendary group, the Hot Boys, him, Wayne, Juvenile, Turk, a lot of good music, a lot of good memories. So of course, people were anticipating his return, and when he got out, it was all love. But the conversation quickly switched to whether or not he was gonna be rocking out with certain members of the Hot Boys, and if certain members would be included in the Hot Boy reunion. Everybody know we talking about Turk right now. After the conversation of BG talking to Turk from jail leaked online, it's really not a surprise that Turk could be on the outs, but what really did catch me off guard and caught a lot of other people off guard too, it seems the fans turned on BG almost immediately. A few pictures of him surfaced online. In one picture, he looked older. For some reason, he was looking much older. In another video of him where he just got his hair braided and it's pretty long, people are saying he's acting very zesty. Now, I see where people are coming from, but in my opinion, he just seems awkward. When you look at the whole video, it's not really zesty behavior. It just seems like he's been gone for a while and he's awkward acting and trying to get acclimated back into society. Well, BG finally responded and told fans, hey, I know y'all wondering where I'm at, what I'm doing. I'm taking it one day at a time. I'm in the studio and I'm about to to get right back at y'all. I appreciate all the love and I'm motivated by the hate. Yo, shout out to BG. I know he glad to be home and back with his family. Back in the studio. Fans can't wait to hear the music. I can't wait to hear the music. Let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think he acting zesty out here, or did he just get caught in 4K from the wrong angle?
Caught in 4K. I don't know. I guess 4K is a possibility.
Look at the camera.
Huh?
Look at him when he look at the camera. That left one picture. He looks zesty. He look in the camera. He look like he want to be like, what? look right there. That freeze frame right there. Right there. Scroll up. That one.
That's funny.
Right? No, that right there. Like, wow. Right there.
What
right there.
the hell is going on with BG?
Nigga said, wow. Came home looking zesty. That's funny as hell. Plus, doing that little circle shit and you looking down and like you almost blushing and shit don't help. Nigga look like a anime schoolgirl.
Real shy, like.
Word.
Real shy.
Chico, Sancho likes you. Really?
Did you hear about the what's it called? Sunkist orange soda giving positives on the COVID test?
No. What?
Yeah.
Is that Whack 100?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Oh my God, Whack.
Going on.
So apparently you can use this to get paid time off of work. Yeah, Sunkist apparently makes every COVID test say positive.
No way.
Yeah, you just put the soda on the test and then wait 15 minutes and boom, positive.
What?
Then you take a picture and tell your boss, I can't come in.
Okay, we got the Sunkist and 3 different tests.
Yep.
Because we're going to make sure this works. And then we got to find out, because, you know, if you need a day off, you need a day off. Looks like you need a day off with that sunburn.
Dip it in here.
Dip it in there.
And then I'm going to put it right.
Drip and drop it, yeah. This is the Janabio.
Okay, here we go.
Put it in there. That's a lot. This one's a little bit different.
Okay, what do I do with this one? I just put it
So you dip it
inside of here,
yeah,
right?
You put it in and twist it around. And spin it around.
This way.
Boom. Yeah, there you go. COVID-19 rapid self-kit test, the Janabio. Sunkist makes it turn positive.
And then the Binax,
now
also makes it turn
boom.
positive.
The purple line's there.
Yeah.
Yo, this one's like, you got it. Yeah, let's throw these away. We're not drinking these.
So apparently you can use this to get paid time.
You think about that?
I think I know how I'm getting out of work.
I think that's crazy, though. I don't know, bro. I think that's crazy.
What does that say about COVID?
What does that fucking say about COVID? For real. Did it even happen?
Was it always in Sunkist?
Ooh.
Do people who drink Sunkist have a natural immunity to it?
That's interesting to think.
Dum dum dum.
Why?
What do you think?
I think that's
how your immune system gets stronger. That's like the mom used to put shit in her baby's food. Makes them healthier. I think you're just disgusting, but
I think that's nasty. But I know that exposing yourself to certain germs does make your immune system stronger, especially when you're young. Especially when you're
not so much when you're old.
But I've always had my doubts about COVID. Like is COVID even COVID? Did it even happen? Did everybody get sick in the mind? Like you had a regular cold, but in your mind you had COVID. So
COVID, baby. You can shake the unshakable, break the unbreakable, stop the unstoppable. It's COVID, baby.
Real shit, because something like Sunkist giving you a positive reading on it, what else would do it? Grape soda do it? Would Coca-Cola do it? Would anything do it? Because I remember them testing different things back when COVID was first going on and getting positive responses. They tested a goat. They tested a football. They tested some slime that like the kids play with and shit like that. And they all gave positive readings on a COVID test. And then you got people that be dog ass sick and get negative COVID tests. And you got people that got no symptoms at all giving positive COVID tests. So, I mean, I can only think that the COVID test just don't tell you if you got COVID or not. But it's the only thing we've been using to tell somebody if they had COVID or not.
That is true.
So if that's faulty, let's say that, first of all, if Sunkist giving 100% positive test, like, I'm sorry, like, you could have had anything in your mouth before that. You could have had anything in your body that may gave it a read. And if they didn't test those tests out on something as simple as COVID, I mean, as orange soda.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
The only thing we've been using to tell somebody that they had COVID is not working.
Yeah.
Did it ever work? When you look at the numbers of the people that died, the numbers are so small. They were using the cases of COVID and making those seem like terminal illness, but in reality, a fraction of the people on the planet, not even on the people on the planet, a fraction of the people who actually got it died from it. And who's to say they wouldn't have died anyway? And I know how the mind works. If you told me, and I'm gonna tell you, I always had my doubts about COVID, but anytime I got a scratchy throat or I sneeze or something like that, in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, maybe I got that shit now. You know what I mean? And in my mind, I would feel like I'm dying, but in reality, I was fine.
Yeah.
So I just don't know if it really happened or not.
I mean,
the flu disappeared during COVID.
I feel like it did. I know I caught some shit that had me fucked up. And my family was sick, but I know I caught some shit where I had a headache and chill. I had the symptom,
I had
everything
that
but
too.
lost the taste and smell. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but this is, I feel like death warmed over. I can't move, or I'm gonna throw up, and my head is rocking.
I didn't
Oh shit!
I
It was
didn't throw
bad.
up. I had the sweats. My body
Oh
was
yeah, I
aching
threw
like a
up.
motherfucker. Like literally, I sweated. I don't know. I probably sweated out a gallon of water. Real. I would wake up and sweat. I had to just bring everything out. But I lost my sense of smell. I didn't lose my sense of taste. But
Yeah.
I didn't have it as long as everybody else did either. I felt like that for like a day and a half. Yeah, I felt like that for like a day and a half, maybe 2 days, because I was at work when I started feeling fucked up. Went home, hibernated for a day. And when I woke up out that coma, I was fine. I was good. I don't know if that was COVID, because I never had the flu.
I've never had the flu either, so that could have been it for me too.
Yeah, I never had the flu, and I never had a flu shot. So, like, maybe that's what it was. I wouldn't have been able to tell you it wasn't because I didn't have nothing to compare it to. But I think it definitely was a scare tactic. They was distracting us from something. And in reality, they had us all in the house for a long time. Anything could have been going. I was seeing videos of tanks moving through the street. I didn't see it myself, but I seen videos of tanks moving through my neighborhood. But because we was all in the house, we wouldn't have seen that shit. Nobody wasn't outside. Everybody was too scared to talk to their neighbors. Like, I'm telling you, a street where the street I grew up on, everybody lived there forever. Even the new people, they've been there for a long time. You know what I mean? And they wasn't trying to talk to nobody. Everybody was trying to like, no, don't go. I know my godmother, she was tripping. Don't talk. You was with that motherfucker. Like everybody turned everybody against each other. Everybody in the house just turned against each other. One person sneezed the wrong way. I mean, but in reality, nobody wasn't doing nothing different to avoid getting it. Nobody.
Nah, I mean, you couldn't. That's the thing. I realized at one point, I'm like, look, it's you gonna get vaccinated? I was like, probably not. Like, I feel like we're all gonna get it. And I said it at one point. I still kind of felt like that. I still feel like that too. Like the best way is just for everybody to get it. Let it run through whoever's gonna run through. We'll all build up our immunity to it, and then we don't have to worry about it no more. It won't be an issue. We'll all have had it. We'll all be naturally vaccinated, and it won't be a fucking problem.
But they were so worried about, like, I guess I sound kind of heartless saying that, but if something comes along and certain people are immune and certain people aren't, that's just the way the world works. You know what I mean? Like, it just is. It sounds bad, but that's really just the way the world works.
At this point in time, it's like, look, COVID has a mortality rate of what, 2%?
I thought it was less than that. I didn't think it was a whole percent.
Yeah, no, it was. It was like 2% or some shit like that. So 100 people together, 98 of you are going to make it. Like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like I like those odds.
Yeah, I think those odds are pretty good.
I mean, you could be one of the 2%, but it's also like it wasn't like young, healthy people who just suddenly dropped dead. Like,
the odds of walking outside and getting hit by a car are higher than the odds of you dying from COVID.
Now, rest in peace to my Aunt Linda, who passed away from COVID and COVID-related problems. She caught COVID and she had problems breathing, and she ended up passing from it. And was, perfectly fine before that, had gotten cold and flu and shit like that before and was able to survive it. That's one of the reasons I respected COVID. And then it's fucked up is her daughter, my cousin Belinda, ends up passing away. She was a little heavier, health issues too, same shit. But for the most part, the people who were affected in a mortal way were older people who had health issues.
Yeah, health issues, yeah.
Younger people, healthier people were able to survive it. Other people like, I feel like my lungs are fucked up. I'll give it a few years. Give it a few months.
You'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be fine. And I say that too because I developed anxiety after I got it, but I didn't know if it was because I got it or because of the fucking stress of trying to avoid it and this and that, like all the different things you had to do. And in your mind, you're like, this just seems pointless. Like, my skin breathes way more than my lungs do anyway, so I need to be wearing a hazmat suit if I'm really going to protect myself from this.
Yeah.
It's airborne. If it gets on your skin, your pores are going to absorb it. You're going to get it regardless. Nothing is going to go away. And then I think about all of the things, like the killer for me was when the first person took the vaccine and passed out on stage. You remember that?
Yeah, she's like, look, everything's fine. See, I just took it. I'm going.
And collapsed.
Oh! I like that bitch took one step and fell the fuck out.
And there's no way. People still was lining up. There's no way I would have lined up for that. But then what if they was putting a placebo in your body? What if it wasn't to do nothing?
Yeah, no, that first one, that's what made me hesitant too. I'm like, I don't know about that. That bitch took that shit and fell the fuck out. Like, because I don't think I'm supposed to be taking that.
COVID broke all the rules for medical and science altogether. Like, y'all didn't have, unless you sometimes two things can't be true at the same time. Sometimes one thing being true means the other thing is going to be the opposite of that, right? So if you are telling me that, I forgot what I was saying. Drop my blunt. I dropped my blunt. But COVID just was it was just a big old lie, man. Telling me that people are just, I don't know, something was going on, man. They was trying to distract us from something. That's all I could think about it. That's all I could think about. The vaccine, you didn't. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Either if you didn't have no knowledge of COVID coming and it being here or anything like that, how y'all get a vaccine so fast? And even if y'all did come up with a vaccine, y'all ain't tested it on nobody. So right now, the first couple million people that get this, these are the test subjects. You haven't tested it on anybody. 10 years from now, we don't know what any of those vaccines are going to do to anybody. We were just sitting here dealing with the fact that we were trying to figure out if certain vaccines was making our kids autistic. And then y'all come out with one and give it to everybody without knowing what it, like, we've seen the things that y'all want to do with the world, like the Georgia Guidestones. Y'all want 500 million people in the world. That's what y'all want. For all we know, y'all getting ready to, one or two things. Either all the people you vaccinated are the ones that have the cure and all of us that didn't take it are going to die. Or maybe you just killed everybody that took the vaccine. And we just won't find out till much later on. Or there was no COVID until y'all started shooting people with it.
That's very possible. That is very possible.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm paranoid and I don't trust the government. I don't trust this government. I'll say that. I think that a government is always needed, but this system right here, boy, this ain't for us.
No, it's not. Yeah, you can't though. The shit. I forgot what the fuck that was happening. What was that? It was something that somebody had said that went back to like World War II, and I started thinking about the Tuskegee experiment, and then the Tuskegee Airmen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole shit. And I'm like, it was something about people not getting their due. And I'm like, it's fucked up because, again, that whole shit, you got to be twice as good to be half as equal kind of shit. Like, that was it to a T. Back then, these motherfuckers were the best of the best, but they had to be just to even be considered on the level.
But that's a crazy way of thinking. I think that white people are very faulty in that way of thinking, because if I got to be twice as good to be considered equal to you, it doesn't change the fact that I'm twice better than you. You're just not going to acknowledge me until I'm 2 times, 3 times better than you at something. That doesn't mean that I wasn't already equal to you at first or better than you before you even acknowledge me.
You're absolutely right.
But that's
absolutely right.
That's a faulty way of thinking, that I got to be 3 times better. Yeah, I'm going to be 3 times better just because I'm 3 times better. The problem is that's when you start to notice us. That's when you want to take us away from the rest of the niggas and let me groom you. Let me show you what to do. Let me show you how to harness those powers, but don't help your people with them. Don't help your people with that. The people that was helping us with that, the Huey Newtons, Marcus Garveys, niggas like that, they was trying to take them niggas out, bro. I take them out. They ain't want us talking to them. That's how I say everything is rigged, man. Everything is crazy. It don't seem like anything that we around has been touched by a man's hands. Like it's not going to be. I can't think of nothing that's not done for somebody else without having somebody else's interest at heart. Not one thing. Even being selfless, like giving away something, it's because you want people to see you as selfless. That's the currency
Sometimes people I think there are people who do stuff like that genuinely just because, from a good reason.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. There are people that do. I'll do that. So I can't.
Yeah, because I've done stuff like that. Like I'm not doing this. I don't need everybody to notice me. Like I've seen people kind of fucked up, and I'm like, if I was fucked up, and I guess that is selfish because I'm like, you help people. I'm in a position to help. If I was fucked up, I'd want somebody to help me. It's only fair. I can help this dude. I should do it. The world, I think that. And then sometimes I'm like, the world would be a much better place if everybody just kind of thought about that. Sometimes, like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna help the people I'm in a position to help because we all need help sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's really what it is. That's when you see, you ever see me do something good, like, oh, you're doing a good deed, you're trying to do something nice for somebody. That's my thought. It's literally my thought. I'm not a selfless person. I'm not somebody who's always thinking and putting other people first. I'm not. I am a survivor. Outside of my daughter, I'm gonna put myself in before most people. I mean, you know, my family excluded to an extent, like my brothers and my sister, if they need it, I will step in front of the bullet for them kind of shit, because I care about them for whatever, not for whatever reason, because they're my family and I love them. Okay, motherfuckers. But yeah, like there are some truly selfless. I'm not, but so if you ever see me, it's because I just sometimes I look at. I'm like, you know, people just need help. You gotta help. My grandmother used to say that. It's like, why are you doing this? Because you need help. You don't deserve it. Yeah, well, if you see somebody who needs help, you're supposed to help them. And I guess I hear it now, and as I've gotten older, I keep hearing that in my head. Like, don't walk away from that man. Go back and put some fucking change in his cup. You can help him. Help him. Fuck, grandma. God damn.
Is it bad that you got to be selective in who you help though?
Sometimes, yeah. It's well, that's the world. I mean, it sucks. Yes, it is bad. That shit sucks. Cause you help that nigga, you put change in the wrong nigga cup, and then come back later and see him go and put that shit in the fucking ashtray of a Beamer and drive the fuck off, and you like, oh, this nigga.
Yeah.
Or you find out he's only fucking homeless and on the streets because he decided to wait until his mid-30s and try drugs and become a drug addict and was perfectly able to take care of himself and was at one point, or she was at one point, and just said, fuck it, what up, King Tay?
What up,
Just
bro?
said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it does suck, though. Speaking of who you gotta help, it's just funny, man. I was thinking about this shit earlier, but I do not want to be in an inner city in the summertime. And it ain't for the reason you think. It's not because it's too hot, because the heat stays trapped. It's not because there's no beach or, you know, these nasty public pools. None of that. I got a pool in my backyard. It's fine. I don't want to be in the city during the summertime because you can't ride with your motherfucking windows down and stop at any light, a fucking stop sign or intersection, especially coming off the highway or the fucking interstate. That's bum territory. Them niggas is thorough. I drove by a bum today. I hate to say bum. I drove by a, what do they call them? Housing restricted or some shit. No, they do. Yeah, you can't call them homeless no more. You gotta call them like I forgot what it's called.
You can't call them homeless. That's where you woke motherfuckers here, bro.
Yeah, you know, no more homeless. They're housing some shit.
Housing deficient.
Some shit like that. Yeah, whatever. Niggas is homeless, but you pull off that interstate. I pull off the interstate, and that's they shit. You don't roll that window down unless you got something to get them niggas. You understand? Because if they see that window down and you ain't handing some shit out, them motherfuckers will look at you like you ain't shit. Like you the one out here panhandling. Like
that's why
what?
I'm selective about who I'm helping. You know what I mean? Like I had a bum. Like every time I pull up to the light, he would be there. And he would always talk about, yeah, man, I don't fuck with no drugs, da-da-da-da. I'm out here just trying to get my money so I can get something to eat. And I'd give him $20. I'd be like, well, go ahead and get off. He told me one day, like, my quota $10. If I can get $10 in the morning and $10 in the evening, I'm good. I go to the shelter, I'll be good. And I'm like, all right, here you go. Here go 20, bro. Take the day off and shit. You know what I mean? So I seen him maybe like 2 weeks ago, and he's giving the same spiel. He don't remember it's me at this point. I done gave him money 100 times coming down there. He don't remember it's me, but I noticed that he got powder hanging out his nose now. And I'm like, oh, got you. Got you. The streets done got you. Like, dang, I can't even help. I can't support that, bro. As long as you was out here on your paper, he had papers and all that shit. He was selling newspapers, even though niggas don't buy newspapers on. They got a little program for the homeless where they pass out the news. They give them the stack of newspaper and they sell them. Like whatever they make from the newspaper, they sell them.
You know, they got that shit out here too in Philly.
Yeah, he ain't have his newspapers, but he definitely had something. I was like, dang, bro. I found me a new homeless dude. That's fucked up.
Nah.
Like I don't give money to people that got fresh ass. If you fresh, you not in uniform today. I can't give you no.
If I feel like I don't know, like I look at some people and I just think to myself, I'm like, you seem able-bodied. When I see young people like my age or younger homeless, and they look really fucked up, I always say no, because in my mind, I'm like, that's drugs, probably.
Oh, it's definitely, and they not homeless. Because I'm not gonna say there. I don't know how it is there, but I know the fact that all the homeless people disappear when the sun go down tells me they're not homeless. They got somewhere to go. They got somewhere to be.
Well, in Philly, I know they are homeless because I be seeing them. They have a couple spots I know where they stay. Some of them stay under the bridge. Some of them stay in the back lot by the interstate. Like I've seen they little home spots, and I've seen them come out of there and shit in the morning.
They move to whatever city is popping too.
Seen one of them in the car. If I was a bum, I'd be in fucking Miami or Cali. Probably
Yeah, I'll be
Miami.
somewhere where it never got cold.
Yeah.
Never
Trying to
got
make my
cold.
way to Mexico. Fuck it.
It don't make sense to be somewhere where it get cold and be homeless. And it ain't like you got a reason to be there. Outside
I
anyway.
save up, get a fucking bus ticket, train ticket, whatever. I'm homeless already, so I don't need shit.
They literally move because I see the thing that's crazy is that I've been living here in this area for a long time, so kind of know what our bums look like. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that's bad to say, but I know what they look like, and there are new type of bums that I call them the tent people because they the ones that actually like be homeless and they live in the woods and shit like that. But they come from all kind of states. Like they get word that you can make a lot of money in DC or you can make a lot of money in Miami type shit. They just pull up. I remember they pulled up in a bus one time. I was at the gas station. A bunch of them just hopped off the bus. That's when I found out that the different states was busing homeless people across the country. Did you know that? Like California, California will put a bunch of homeless people on buses, send them across the country, send them somewhere else.
A lot of homeless people in California. San Francisco's fucked up from what I hear.
Yeah, they just busting them out of there, just throwing them on the bus.
Hey, what app you use to create your avatar?
So remember when we was doing all right, y'all, we gonna have a good night. We gonna holler at y'all. I'm gonna put my man onto this real quick. I want to keep apps.
Oh, all right. Oh, my bad.
No, you good. We gonna do it right now. I was hoping Monkey would pop in. Let me know his mom was okay. Monkey mom went to the hospital. That's why y'all here. He not physically here. I know y'all see his avatar there. Mom went to the hospital, so y'all pray for her. She all right, I guess. I hope she okay. But we gonna holler at y'all. We gonna get out of here.